Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of X Malice along Aiji Yanagi's route. So we're still speculating and trying to figure out who the head of Adonis is, how we can find them as we have been challenged to. So let's get back to that conversation. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. But why would Rei Mikuni be mixed up with Adonis to begin with? And as a central leadership figure at that? I tried hard to consider the reasons.
Well, Rei Mikuni's father is Koji Mikuni, the current prime minister. Rei's mother passed away when he was a child. Rei Mikuni's late mother belonged to a religious organization. It was a small sect whose name is unknown.
A religious group?
This happened before Mikuni became prime minister. But this information was buried. You can find it if you dig deep enough. There's additional info regarding that. It involves the Adonis spy within the SP, who played a role in the assassination attempt 2 years ago. The agent's name was redacted from the police databases and other sources, but I got it from Okazaki. When I followed the lead to his colleague's past and family, it led me to a certain religious group.
Would it be the same group that Rei Mikuni's mother belonged to?
One and the same. This can't be just a coincidence. This should be easy with those details. I'll search through the data Sarah left us.
Determined, Sasasaka turned to his computer. The office was filled with the sounds of his keyboard for a little while. Sasasaka's hand stopped a few minutes later.
I found something. Chiho Mikuni. It looks like she was a leader of the religious sect that Adonis splintered from. She's probably Rei Mikuni's mother.
You lost me.
Me too. I think my brain just fried.
Rei Mikuni was related to Adonis. For now, that was certain, I think. I'd managed to grasp that much. I hadn't managed to absorb all that they said, but I knew that they'd gotten a lot of intel. Rei Mikuni report added.
Crapping out on us already. Alright, take some time to process it. Going forward, the priority is to locate Rei Mikuni and make contact.
Okay.
How'd it go on your end, Hoshino?
Sorry, I didn't make any progress.
I see.
I felt gloomy. Maybe it was because I hadn't made any headway, or maybe it was because everything I thought I knew was now suspect. I felt like I was worse off than when I began. It wasn't a pleasant feeling.
Oh man, I think you just overloaded my brain with that massive info dump. Can we take a break for a bit? Too much for the idiot, eh? I'll keep analyzing the files then.
Yeah, come up with more information to fry his brain while he's digesting the old information.
Alright, let's take a break. I'm stepping out for a smoke.
Of course you are. Oh, Yanagi. Yanagi paused as he was getting up. I hadn't expected to say that. I also wasn't sure why he stopped. I probably didn't want him to leave me behind. I'll just say you're good with him. I had to start suspecting people I knew now. Can I come with you?
Sure.
Yanagi nodded. A biting wind was blowing on the rooftop. It sounded strangely sad.
Aren't you cold?
I'm fine. I didn't really notice the cold. Maybe because so much was on my mind. Besides, I felt pretty comforted by just being outside with Yanagi. Just your presence warms me.
We have to suspect our friends and allies. That would wear on anyone.
Yanagi. It was obvious that he was concerned about me. But we won't get anywhere unless we start. Still, it was just too difficult for me to find anything to suspect about them. My personal desire to trust them was too strong, so it was clouding my judgment. The thought only depressed me even further. This was not the time for sentimentality.
Why don't you try thinking about it in reverse?
Huh?
Yeah, there's no need to force yourself to unravel your own trust. Anyone can doubt someone else. Trusting people is the hard part. So, what you do is try to think about the aspects that you trust rationally.
Rationally? By process of elimination, you mean?
Yeah, this is probably a conclusion you can only arrive at on your own.
Okay. Unless I discovered the answer myself, I wouldn't be able to accept it. Someone I trust to put the collar on my neck. That was the stark reality.
At the Tokyo Metropolitan Office, you could have ended things yourself, but you counted on me. You said it was pointless if I didn't shoot. It's the same in this situation. In the same way that you backed me up there, we can think about this together. First, let's see. Think about the night when you were collared.
Right. That night I was heading home after work. I attempted to recall the night of December 5th. Somehow it felt like it was ages ago. I canvassed the area for witness accounts, but I never really thought about what I was doing there that night. On the way home, I got a call from Mochida saying that a fight had broken out at Shinjuku Garden. I went to the scene to stand by, but Mochida hadn't arrived yet. Then I was knocked out from behind. When I came to, I was lying in a church. Someone had strewn red anemone flowers around me, and I heard a voice coming from the collar.
You have been chosen as a test subject. Henceforth, we will be closely monitoring your actions until X Day. When you execute your own form of justice, I promise we will meet. Not like this, but in person.
First, could you tell the voice's gender?
Was it male or female?
It's male.
What? Why are we going to Mineo? And Sasazaka? And Shiraishi? Alright, so we're going through all the suspects. Not all these people are even on the police force. Most of this can be eliminated because they say it's somebody that's been close to me for a long time. Somebody's been close to me for a long time and somebody that's on the police force. There's only 2 of those guys that actually fit both of those bills. Because almost all the people in the police force that they showed, I met after I was collared. So really, it's just down to Mochida and Saiki at this point. It has been ever since they specified those 2 conditions. I think the voice was male. If the kidnapping was the work of one person, then they would have moved me to this new area on their own. It'd be tough for a woman to move me that far.
Then next, among your remaining candidates, has anyone revealed personal information? Maybe frequently bringing up their family?
Someone that often talked about family. Yes. Yes, there is. Mochida immediately came to mind. He was always speaking fondly of his wife.
Whoever plotted this probably prefers to work alone. He could cook up a family, but it would just fall apart if you investigated it, so the suspect wouldn't call attention to it. You can rule anyone like that out. Well then, you know who's left.
Okay.
Next, can you think of anyone who would know when you usually go home?
Well, yep. I think I can narrow it down with that. They would need to know my route home if they were going to locate and ambush me while I was on my way home.
He's likely part of the rank and file. If a higher-up was prowling around you, that alone would investigate suspicion and gossip. One final detail. The voice called you a sympathizer, and said that he shared your idea of justice. Can you remember anyone who discussed justice with, or who was otherwise in a position to understand your ideals and values?
A low-ranked man who didn't talk about his family much knew what justice meant to me and sympathized with me. I know someone. There is. I could feel blood rising to my face.
It looks like you're close to the answer.
I can't believe it. This must be a nightmare. But the answer was obvious once I forced myself to see it. Have I known all this time in my heart? Was I willingly playing dumb?
Sorry, but I did a lot of investigating too, and I definitely turned up someone suspicious.
Yanagi was trying to guide me. In other words, he already knew the answer. Ah, so he did, as I said he should have a long time ago. He wasn't talking about likelihoods anymore. He knew what the answer he had would mean to me.
I understand that you don't want to accept it, but right now you need to think of your trusted friend as a separate person.
Kind of like what he just went through with Shiraishi. The person who put this collar on me was... why do I just spell it out? I'm gonna skip this selecting, letters because it's gonna take forever. There we go, Yuzuru Saiki. Yes. Saiki? I didn't want to believe it. I couldn't believe it. This has to be some mistake. Saiki had been my friend since our training. He couldn't have anything to do with X-Day. The X-Day crimes had only started in the past year. You're wrong. That's impossible.
Hoshino.
Yanagi reached for my trembling shoulder. His sleeve brushed me. Yanagi was warm, and he smelled of tobacco. It made me relax just a bit. Then my phone rang. Hands trembling, I checked the screen. The name it displayed was...
Yuzuru Saiki?
Yep. Saiki? The phone slipped through my stiff and unresponsive fingers.
Calm down. It'll be fine. I'm right here with you.
Yanagi caught my phone as it fell from my hands. I sluggishly looked up at him. I didn't know what to do.
Answer the phone?
At Yanagi's beckoning, I timidly answered the call. Yes?
Hoshino, what's up? You sound really down.
What do you need?
Well, when I saw you at work today, you looked really beat. How about a drink to lift your spirits? We haven't talked in a while, right? Hoshino, hey, you there? Is everything okay?
Sorry, I'm fine. I can't. I have plans today. Why are you guys playing coy? The jig is up, guys. Don't pretend.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, SRCPO's been pretty busy lately. Investigations HQ is a mess too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just text me when you're free then.
Okay.
Let's have a passionate discussion about justice over drinks again. Later.
Saiki ended the call, leaving me trembling. What the hell was that? And doubtful.
What'd he say?
He asked me out for a drink. The word I just heard replayed in my head over and over. Why did he suddenly say that particular word, right at that moment? The answer was right in front of me, but I just didn't want to believe it. He always springs it on me like that. Whenever there's something he wants to vent out, or a funny story he wants to tell me. Whenever he wants to tell me something, he'll suddenly invite me out for drinks. But it usually happens when I'm feeling down.
The timing of his call is obviously not a coincidence.
Yep, as soon as we said his name.
He called us because he's listening to us over your collar. It was his chance to call you.
That's not true. Saiki's always like this.
Hoshino.
You're wrong. You're wrong. It can't be true. Not Saiki. While I was desperately denying it, something Saiki had once said came to mind.
The fact that we could carry guns set us apart. We trained to defend law, and had guns to uphold it. Hey, Hoshino. When a criminal's right in front of you, you're prepared to shoot to protect, right?
See, that's exactly where I began to suspect him. That's where I said, like, in the very beginning, 80% sure, right around here, this scene right here with the shooting range, I was 80% sure he was the big guy behind Adonis at that point. So I've been suspecting Saiki for a very long time. And it's been killing me this whole time. Every time he pops up and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's him. He's gotta be Zero. Especially during Shiraishi's route, you know? He was showing up so many times when Shiraishi and I were talking. Or I'd be talking to Saiki and then Shiraishi would show up. So they were clearly trying to get in each other's way.
I told them I became a cop to make people happy and make the world peaceful. They just laughed at me. What's wrong with my dream? That's the purest dream there is, right? For sure, SRCPO still listens to the people who are in need. I'm sure you'll be of help to someone. It's true because I'm saying it. Although, it'll be hard to help them all. At least, if there are people nearby who are in trouble, we want to help them, right? I'm pretty stressed out too. We should go have a drink sometime.
How much of that was just lies? Or was it all true? It was confusing. I couldn't think straight. My vision blurred. Ah!
Hoshino.
His back was warm. Oh. He looked so pained for me.
Relax.
He whispered into my ear. His tone was gentle, like he was comforting a child. It was a calm and gentle voice. But it didn't reach my heart.
It's okay. Everything will be all right.
How can you say that? Psyche is...
What did you think when you first heard that I killed someone in the past?
Huh? His sudden question startled me, but the answer came to me immediately. I wanted to believe in you. I chose not to obsess over it, and decided to wait to hear your side of the story. I thought Yanagi couldn't do such a thing. That's why I really wanted to hear him explain it to me before I judged him.
If you want to believe in Psyche, then you don't have to discard those impulses. No matter what his circumstances are, Adonis's actions have been unforgivable. So, you don't have to resist the urge to learn about his reasons for doing what he did. It's better than refusing to see the truth.
Yanagi. Gradually, Yanagi's words began to seep into my heart. I didn't have to lose my willingness to trust.
Don't dwell on how much might be a lie. Remember, even in lies, there are bits of truth. In your case, the strength and kindness you receive from Psyche is still real. There isn't any need to reject that. The same way you decided to accept me.
I want to trust him. I touched Yanagi's arm with my hand. My cold fingers didn't move as I wanted. They must have reflected my state of mind. I just don't want to believe that Psyche has been behind all of this.
Yeah.
I thought I'd been mentally prepared for this, no matter who the mole in the force was, or who put the collar on me. But all that determination was crumbling now that I hit upon the truth. It was heartbreaking. It's basically a denial of everything I've ever believed about him. But, like Yanagi said, I didn't have to just throw it all away. For a while, after I'd come to my conclusion, Yanagi just held me close until he was sure I'd calmed down. That was so sweet.
Oh, here. Drink this. It'll warm you up a bit.
Thanks. When we finally returned to the office, Yanagi made me a cup of hot cocoa. I gripped the mug with both hands, still lost in thought. I still couldn't see an answer.
Hoshino, stay overnight.
Huh? My impaired mind couldn't understand why Yanagi would abruptly suggest such a thing.
Can we get Mineo to stay somewhere else tonight?
As I blinked slowly, Yanagi explained himself while slowly sipping his own cup of hot cocoa.
The voice on the collar, Psyche, said that you'd eventually meet in person, right?
Oh, right.
Well, now that you have identified him, he could target you at any time. It could even happen today. But it'd be hard to charge Psyche right away. We still don't have evidence. Even if we caught him ourselves, it would be tough.
My stomach sank, watching Yanagi consider our options. It was probably more my sadness and pain. I never knew anything about Psyche at all. Still, it felt like a massive betrayal. I had trusted him. Yanagi had moved next to me now, and he began patting me on the head.
In our pursuit of the X-Day criminals, we've seen a lot of people. People trying to protect their own justice, people in search of justice, and people who spit upon justice. Also, people who enforce their justice, even if it means getting their own hands bloody in the process. Justice comes in many forms as people. No one can truly decide what is right. So, the only thing anyone can be asked to do is to follow their own heart.
Yeah.
I could never truly know my own sense of justice. Whether I was solving a case or helping a victim, I always feared that I was only doing it to escape my past and to feed my ego. But there have definitely been people who saved me, even if it was just for their own satisfaction. You helped me remember, Hoshino. I only gained the resolve to seriously confront these criminals because you were here.
Yanagi. His words filled me with courage like nothing else could. Me too. I've only been moving forward because you were here with me. I had been truly afraid. I wanted to run away. I'd been ambushed and collared by persons unknown, paralyzed and left to die. I didn't know what to do when I was collared. I just wanted to run and hide. But when I saw that you were trying to restore normal life to Shinjuku, I wanted to help you from the bottom of my heart. That's where it started for me. It was the moment I felt like I could fight against X Day. And now, here I was. That meant I could only keep moving forward. I could only follow the path I believed in. Thank you, Yanagi.
No, I should be the one thanking you.
And I'm sorry for being so distracted.
No, I really should be the one apologizing. For everything.
Oh, quit being so Japanese, you two. I'm not disparaging the Japanese, it's just... You know how the pleases and thank yous go. I'm the only one who needs to be doing either. I'm finally calm now, thanks to you.
Okay then, if that helps you.
I can feel at ease because you're with me. When I said that and smiled, Yanagi chuckled in return. It touched my heart. I wanted to tell him my honest feelings. I love you, Yanagi.
Wow! Huh?
Yeah. We haven't even said like, we just jumped right to love. The sudden confession made his eyes go wide, just as I expected. This was planned. I finally come right out and said it. That was good enough for me. Psyche and the collar still weighed heavily on my mind, but this message came straight from my heart. It was the time to tell him. You're really precious to me. I thought I just looked up to you at first, but now I know it's something much more. Yanagi looked uneasy. I could tell he was confused. Alright, take a minute to digest what I said. It's okay. I just wanted to say it. I don't need an answer. Sorry for just dropping this on you. There's only 10 days left until X Day. I'm still not totally sure what I can do, what will happen, or whether I'll be able to face the truth, but my feelings of wanting to be by your side are genuine. It's been a long day, so I'll get some sleep. May I borrow your sofa? He's not gonna let you sleep on the sofa.
Huh? Oh, you can just use my bed. I'll sleep on Enomoto's bed.
Where's Enomoto sleeping? Thank you. I took him up on his offer. It'd be far more comfortable than the sofa. Hey, or is Yanagi sleeping in the same bed with Enomoto? I crawled into his bed for the second time. I sighed contentedly as I felt its warmth. It smells like you, Yanagi. Oh, you just had to say that. You probably just really freaked him out. Yanagi suddenly stood up, coughing.
Sorry, does it reek of cigarettes?
A little bit, but I kinda like it.
Alright then.
I snuggled up in the bed, savoring the scent. It was almost like being embraced by Yanagi. Until my eyes finally closed, Yanagi kept shooting me uncomfortable glances. Doesn't know if he wants her smelling him in his bed. Aww. That's just too cute.
Good grief. Coming straight at me with all you've got. Sometimes I'm surprised at how easily you do that. Right now, if staying with you helps you rest a little easier, then I'm okay with that. I'll keep watch so you don't have nightmares. I'll be right here. Sweet dreams.
And still on Yanagi's side.
So, what happened with Hoshino? I left her to Okazaki. I gave him a heads up so they should be good. With both Okazaki and Yoshinori guarding her, she won't be an easy target. They are vaunted SP after all, though you'd never guess by looking at them.
Maybe it's part of their facade. Lower everybody's guard by acting all flaky.
For now, I want to let her rest. We've got enough work on our own to do. Our first goal is to find our enemy. Yuzuru Saiki, right? I checked him out as soon as you told me, but so far I haven't found anything suspicious. I was surprised to see his photo. I ran into him once, but he didn't seem like the terrorist type to me, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of them don't.
These types have public and private personas. Saiki leaves the underground work to other people, while masquerading as a regular person. But a squeaky clean history is suspicious in and of itself. Not just criminals, but everyone pretty much ends up with a couple marks on their record. But this guy is an utterly blank slate. I knew it. It's likely he's using a fabricated identity. Fabricated identity? You mean he messed with the family registry? Well, ain't the idiot sharp today. Whoa, man. So does this mean we can't pick up his trail? Of course it doesn't. Yuzuru Saiki definitely exists. So he had to swap identities at some point. So Sasuke, keep combing the data, and Emoto and I will search his home and area.
You can do that easily? I have the feeling his place will be booby-trapped.
Got it. Now... What's wrong?
Is even the data trapped?
Are you kidding me? Hey, your computer's making a scary noise. Is that okay?
Oh, man.
Hell no it isn't. They're in the system.
Holy crap, Takeru got hacked.
Say what? You got hacked? Damn it, they're overwriting everything.
Can you unplug it?
Adonis. Hello, detectives. They'll tell me you're the collar guy. Not quite. This isn't the voice from the collar. It's also unaltered. I'm glad you noticed. I thought I'd pay the office a visit, but it was empty, so I let myself in. So you're there too. You must have some hotshot working for you. Such a shame about Akito Sera. He was exceptionally skilled, and possessed a mindset and ideas similar to our own. Of his peers, he was the only one we genuinely wished to add to our ranks. Too bad that didn't work out for you. Indeed, a pity, though we count many such experts among the people who share our will. Our ability to toy with your minds so easily is proof of that. Please don't consider us on equal footing. Or you, Mikuni. So you know that much. Well, I was sure that you would reach that conclusion eventually. In fact, I am contacting you because you've made that discovery. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Rei Mikuni. Huh. Well, isn't that polite of you to come calling? I can appreciate shortcuts, but the way you did it won't fly with me. What the hell have you done to my rig? Calm down, Sasuke. You can voice your grievances later. Now, Mikuni, what exactly do you want? I've come to you for a sincere consultation. A consult? For Adonis? If you want to stop X-Day and remove her collar, we'll gladly hear you out. That saves me some trouble. We want exactly that. What? Let us discuss the details in person. Ah, but I must request that you not bring the collar as experimental subject. You mean Hoshino? Yes, this is not for her to hear. I'll contact you again with the location. We'll speak again shortly.
Yep, he's probably gonna get us to side with him against Zero, Saiki. And we actually went to the station December 21st, 7:40 a.m. Are you sure you want to go to work? Yes, I have to do my job. I forced myself to smile at Okazaki, whose eyebrows were knitted in worry. When I woke up early, Yanagi was gone. In his place, Okazaki and Yoshinari had been guarding me. Apparently, Yanagi had met up with Sasazaka and Enomoto to investigate Adonis. When I texted Yanagi that I was going to work, he explained what happened. Then he reminded me to be extremely cautious. Right now, the best thing I can do is act like nothing has changed. If I went to work as I would normally, there was obviously a chance that I'd run into Saiki. It was risky, but this was part of discovering the enemy's plans. It could also be my chance to ask Saiki about his true intentions. Okay then, I'm coming with you. Huh? You're gonna follow me around at work all day? Seriously, sir? Today, I'm an SRCPO officer. Oh, you gonna answer some phones with me? Sir, our superiors are going to be pissed. That's why you're going to deal with them. You're throwing little puppy under the bus. No! I've already made up my mind. Ah, but I won't reveal my identity, so you don't have to worry. Well, you better put away those badges you're wearing on your shoulder. Sorry. Thank you. Let's go then. Okazaki's worry finally gave way to his usual smile. Mentally apologizing to Yoshinori, who was clutching his head, I let out a sigh. Poor kid. One down. I did my job as usual, directing police box resources to calls. It felt strange, like none of the recent life-altering events had ever occurred. I lend an understanding ear to the grievances and complaints of the citizens to ease their fears. That was my job, but now I was the one who was worried. I need somebody to call.
Hey, Hoshino, what are your plans for Christmas?
Depends on if I'm still alive or not. Eh? Christmas?
Yeah, Yuletide. It's almost here, right?
Now that you mention it, I hadn't even noticed until Mochida said it. I checked my calendar and it was almost Christmas. Mochida sure has it easy. Oddly, it was a luxury that Mochida was even able to think about the holidays with everything else that was going on.
This year, I got reservations at a really nice restaurant.
With your wife? You two are such lovebirds.
Well, yeah. We've been trying to keep up with special occasions, even though we're married. I think it's key to a happy marriage.
I didn't have any engagements this holiday. That's what I was thinking when a hand shot in front of the files I was working with.
You're like a permanent newlywed, Mochida.
It was a cheerful voice. I reacted in shock when he touched the file. I tucked in my arms quickly and spun around to face the voice. Yeah.
Hey, Psyche. Slacking off again?
No, he came to intimidate me.
Not even close. I was just turning in a report.
It was indeed Psyche. Oh, damn it. Okay, I have to stop here, actually. I knew Psyche would just act like nothing happened here at the station, though. But I wonder if we can get a whisper in edgewise. Well, anyway, without further ado, I'm cutting this off because, personally, I'm going to be going right into the next reading so I can see what happens. And yeah, I'll have the next video out as soon as possible, editing it. So hope to see you in that next episode or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.